there are plenty of opportunities in Africa, Ghana in this case, and I'm gonna list them. All right, so I see people and they always ask me, Rush, you are always talking about opportunities in Africa, but I do not see it. The reason why you do not see it is because we've been programmed, right, to be employees and working for someone and getting paid. We are not trained to think from the perspective of problem solving, right? The entrepreneurial mind, right, is all about problem solving. So entrepreneurs are looking for problems to solve. And I don't think there is anywhere in the world that has as many problems as Africa. Africa has a lot of problems to be solved. So if you are an entrepreneur, you have problem solving mindset, that makes you an entrepreneur. This is the place that you want to be. And especially if you're a black person, I want you to take a break and go and search for the top 15 richest black people in the world. And you will notice that about 70% of them are actually Africans. One guy who lives in UK, and then he invested in Africa, and that's how he got rich. Because there is a lot of money to be made here if you're an entrepreneur. Dangote number one. I think the second is a Nigerian guy, and almost all of them are in Africa, except I think four. One guy from Canada, Robert Smith, Oprah Winfrey, and Jay-Z. So these people are like, Jay-Z, you have to have talent. Oprah Winfrey, you have to have talent. Robert Smith, I think he dived into investments and he made it, right? But if you look at that 15 people, about 70% of them made their money in Africa. So if you're a black person and you want to be extremely rich, this is where you belong, right? This is our turf. If you go down the list, all of these guys are actually Africans. The entrepreneurs who made huge sums of money are Africans, right? So, I mean, it doesn't go to Forbes and check it out for yourself, right? So this is what you want to be if you have that problem-solving mentality. Now, a lot of people put themselves on a pedestal, right? Like, oh, the roads are dirty. Oh, they don't have nice this, they don't have nice that. It's not yours, right? If you're in the West and you're looking at all this stuff, it's not yours, my friend. It is not yours. It was built. The tar road that you're driving on and everything else used to be just like Africa. They just happened to have free labor for slavery and all this stuff, and they built it, and then you were born into it, right? Doesn't mean that Africa is not going to get there. Trust me, I left Ghana when I was about 14. 14 years later, I came back. It's totally different. So it is growing, and you want to be a part of it. You want to come in and own the part of it, because it's going to be a developed country at one point. Trust me. And you have an opportunity as a black person, especially, to be down here and take advantage of that. So when people ask me, what do you see? I see opportunities everywhere, right? When I go to a place and don't have a restaurant, nice restaurants around, when I move in my neighborhood, there were no like high-end restaurants that I know of in my neighborhood, right? You have to drive out. And I'm like, I'm going to put one in my middle mall. But a guy just opened one. He's a friend of mine and I. We talk about it. I said, that's a brilliant idea. He's getting tremendous amount of business. So you are looking for the problems and you're going to solve them and you're going to get rich in the process. That's what entrepreneurship is. So if you're an employee and you come down to Ghana, this is not a place for you. I'm sorry, it's not. It's a developing country. You got to come and create something. There are plenty of opportunities. It's everywhere. If you've been exposed, it's everywhere. You do not have to think outside the box or anything like that. There are plenty of opportunities out here, and you just got to take advantage of it. So whatever you are complaining about, just take down a pen and paper and see what you are complaining about. See what you are complaining about and see if you can solve it. That might make you a lot of money, my friend. You might not be the only one complaining. Once you solve that problem, a lot of people who are complaining are going to come to you and enrich yourself in the process. For my local Ghanaians, I'm going to make a whole video about this, but for my local Ghanaians, I know people just complain about the government this, the government that, the government this. You are just giving yourself a lot of excuses. I know things are tough down here, but people are making it. Stop blaming the government. The government is not going to come and feed you. In America, the government is not feeding you unless you are really broke, right? Food stamps and all this stuff is when you are broke, the government will help you eat, but definitely not going to make you rich. So stop blaming the government, right? And stop thinking about the Western way of living, right? Because this is not the West. You are not going to get employed and get paid well, right? So if you have to do 4 jobs, 3 jobs, have a farm on the side, whatever you got to do to get your initial capital. That's the hardest part in Ghana, because it's hard for you to get a loan. You really have to work your butt off to get your initial capital. and then the sky is the limit for you if you are a problem-solving thinker, right? If you are looking for problems, right? There is nothing either good or bad. Thinking make it so, right? I think that's something along that line that Shakespeare said. So Africa could be your nightmare, right? Or it could be like a gold mine, right? So the white guys who are coming in, the Chinese who are coming in, the Lebanese who are coming in, they see gold mine, right? You are looking at it as Africa's problem. You're trying to get out of here. Somebody's coming in and they just see like a whole bunch of opportunities and they are here to make their money. And people like myself coming from the diaspora, that's how I see it. I'm like a Buddhist Zen, really. I could live anywhere. I don't bitch and complain about, oh, this is not this. This should have been this in the West. You have nothing. You have to be humble. You have nothing, and be humble about it, and just look for the opportunities and go for it. Try to stop trying to put yourself on a pedestal that the West doesn't have this, that this doesn't have that. You need your health, you need water, you need food, and Ghana has that for you. And then take care of the opportunity and start thinking about Ghana is this, it could have been this, it could have been that. Just take advantage of the opportunities and enrich yourself in the process. So I've been talking about all these opportunities and yada yada, but I've never really, listed down anything for you guys. So let's jump into some of the opportunities or some of the problems that you look at and you just see like this is an opportunity, it's not a problem. So let's look at the loan system, right? The loan system in Ghana sucks. I've been saying that, since I started my channel, it sucks, right? It's extremely hard for anybody to get a loan. And if you are coming to Ghana with money, which is what the Lebanese and the Chinese are doing, they come together as a family. You have a huge advantage, right? You can just pick up a couple of smart, they have brilliant people down here. Pick them up because of lack of capital, invest, start something, invest, bring them on board, and you could make a lot of money through that. That's just from lack of capital, right? You could find great deals and you can invest as little as $1,500 and that might, yield you a fortune. That's from the access to capital side of things. You could also set up your small lending, and take collaterals and then, lend money out to people who have physical locations that, you can give for them and go for it. That's an opportunity. People are complaining about customer service in Ghana. Some places, them places are not trained. It's not everywhere, but some people have figured it out and they train their employees very well. And those people are making a lot of money. And one of them would be, there's a place at East Legon called The Good Baker. It's a cafe and it's always busy. Starbucks, they got some good employees there. Plenty of places, you just take advantage of it and you can make a lot of money, right? There are a lot of problems down here, absolutely. But I walk around, I drive around, and the cars I see here on a daily basis, I did not used to see that in New York. And not to mention that New York, you could buy your car on credit. Most people, about 90% of the population, buy their car financed. It's not cash. And yet, I did not see the cars that I'm seeing here in New York. And people down here in Ghana, they buy their cars in cash. And I'm talking about every time I go out, I see at least 6 to 8 G-Wagons. I see Bentleys around. A Land Cruiser, that's a $100,000 car. I see that all around. I don't know if it's because I drive one, but Land Cruiser, you see them all around. I'm like, where are these people getting the money from? People are making huge sums of money in this country. So stop being overshadowed by the government, this government, that you are in the matrix. Okay, you are thinking about all the other stuff. You are in the matrix and you have to get yourself out. There are people out here who are making a lot of money, and you could be one of them, my friend. So stop pointing fingers. Take charge of your life. The government is not going to come and save you. Your mom is not going to come and save you. If you're grown, they can give you money to. Your father is not going to come and save you. Your uncle is not going to come and save you. So if all you got, right, there are plenty of opportunities in Africa, and it's up to you to take advantage of it. Like I said, let's go to Forbes and look at the 15 richest people. I think we have Rihanna on there, we have Jay-Z on there, and then I think Oprah, we have Michael Jordan there, and one, I think Robert Smith in there, and the rest are all Africans. right? All Africans investing back here. And all the people that I mentioned, except two, they are all celebrities, mega stars, right? That comes with talent. So as a business person in Africa, this is where you thrive. The richest thrive here, right? As a business person, you thrive here. If you've not subscribed to the channel already, kindly do so. Like the video as it helps with the algorithm. Comment, let me know what you think. And until next time, my friends, legendary. Peace.